Hey all, welcome back. In the previous clips, you would have seen how we solve the first two layers and also build the yellow cross, and after that, now we are able to get into the right positioning of the edge pieces on the top. So, for solving this mirror cube, we are left with two more steps. The first and the second step, as I mentioned earlier, is to to orient these. Before we orient, we should permute these pieces, the four corner pieces, to their exact position where they should be. And then once they are in their position, we need to orient them to bring them up to the shape and size of what the other, so that in that way the entire cube would be completed. So I'm going to walk you through this. I would do it either in one clip or two, depending on how much time it takes. But generally, the principle is the same. I use the, as I mentioned multiple times during this clip playlist you would have seen, I use the Frederick method or the CFOP method, the basic beginners method, for us to solve this. So right now, you would see that the pieces, they are not in their position, because right now this piece is supposed to go here, and this piece is supposed to come here, this is go to here, and this should come here, I believe. So it would need to be rotated or moved in such a way that they come to their right position. Then, for example, this piece is not oriented correctly, this should be standing straight, and this piece is oriented right, but it is not in the right place. This is not oriented, this is not properly oriented, so we need to make them, take the right shape. For that to happen, we need to again follow the same principle. There are two or three steps that we'll do, but ideally there are only two moves that we want to do. One is the permuting them to the right places, the second is orienting. So how do we do this? We will do it using the Frederick method. So I will take any shape, but generally we should take the shape in such a way that the piece that is in the right place. For example, is it in the right place? This is not in the right place. This is not in the right place. This is also not in the right place. This may be in the right place, right? If you see this, just imagine this piece to be like this, standing. This may be in the right place, but I'm not sure. So we have to take some chances here. Either this should be this piece or this piece. And I assume that this would be the right place. So what I will do is I'll keep this at the right, and I would try to rotate these pieces in the normal fashion that we will do. You would have seen my Frederick clip. When I use this algorithm that I'm going to tell you, when I use that formula, you will see that this piece goes here, this piece goes here, and this piece comes here. So it will make a triangle shape. This will go here, this will come here, and this will come here. So that way it will make a rotation. And if this comes here, this will still not be fixed. So this has to go here all the way. So this will first go here, then do the same thing again, it will go here. So that way you will have the pieces rotated to the right place. There is alternative way of doing it. If you keep it to the left, this side, and assume that this is the right piece, and you just make the reverse rotation anti-clockwise. When this piece goes here and this piece goes here, this piece comes here, you can achieve the same result in one shot. So there is always an option for you when you have one piece right and the three pieces not in the right position. You can either do it in the clockwise or in the anti-clockwise. Since anti-clockwise is faster here, I'm going to do the anti-clockwise now. So for anti-clockwise, you will use the same formula that I use. So you will use the R position, and then you do a U prime, and then L prime, and then U. So that's the normal thing that we do. So for example, R prime, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L, U. So you see this, now they are in their right position. In fact, you will see this is also oriented correctly. Sometimes you will see that it's interesting, it has oriented, and this is in the right place. As I mentioned earlier, this is in the right place, and this is also now come to the right place, and this is in the right place. So all the four pieces are in the right place, but they are not oriented. Only one of them is oriented right. All the three needs to be oriented correctly. So we are last but one step of solving this mirror cube. Now itself you will see that the mirror cube is almost like 90% solved, and we are left with one more step. And once you do that last step of orienting the pieces to the right position, you are all set with the mirror cube, and you can say yourself as hoo, I have completed this mirror cube. So before we complete that step, I'm going to take a small break, but keep in mind again, the clockwise versus anti-clockwise, there is no hard or fast rules. We generally look at the one that resolves the issue faster. And if I have to do this the clockwise position, I could have done the same way. The other it's like you start with, for the anti-clockwise I started with right hand side first, R, and then U prime, L prime, U. If I do the other way, if I want to do it clockwise, I'll say L prime, U, R, U prime. So it is just the sequence is changed. First you do the L, then you do the R. That's the same thing, but it will rotate it the other direction. So with that explanation, I'm taking a small break now. I'll complete my Rubik's mirror cube solution using my last step of orienting the pieces in my next clip. Till then, let's have a small break. Thank you.